Aloha. It is December 21st. 7, 5. Numbers. 5:07 at 77 degrees. Ooh, 5:07, 70. That's 3 sevens. That's very spiritual. Anyway, I just want to say sorry about that last episode, guys. God almighty. I'll tell you, I must have some lip readers out there because there was like 20 of you that liked what I had to say. So you must be lip readers. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I was. I don't know. Maybe I. So if anybody wants to know the whole story, it's not that bright out here. If anybody wants to know the whole story, just go 7711. Wait, Uncle Martin 7711 YouTube, and you get the voice. Sorry. Here's my little boy. He's back again on my lap. Never fails whenever I want to tell a story. And this is going to be a fast one for you, for anybody that just can't hang out. We're not really taught when we're born being grateful, and we don't really understand it is better to give than it is to receive. I'm sure you kids and everyone else out there has heard about that. It's better to give than it is to receive, and that is so true. And that's what I learned on my first fifth grade. Yes, I said first because I went to two. I went to four different fourth grades. But when I went to my first fifth grade, they got a hold of my transcripts. And you know what about transcripts are, kids, or anybody that's watching. Transcripts catch up to you. And they caught up to me to where they said, Uncle Martin has to go for another fifth grade. That's okay, I made more friends. And that would be another story. But my first fifth grade, say it was 63, I was in fourth grade. So 64, not the first of the year. 64 would have been my first fifth grade. And that's when I didn't get any presents. No presents for you, Dad said. I said, Dad, Santa always brings presents. Well, I was 10, and I knew, well, kids, there is Santa, but maybe I don't want to tell you about that part. There are gifts given on Christmas. Everybody knows that. Commercialism has given us this idea even before Halloween now. But in 1964, I didn't get any presents. Bro didn't get any presents. Dad was giving us, what do we call it? An example on it is better to give than it is receive. And as I mentioned before, Dad and Mom were teachers. Dad did finish his bachelor's up in NAU, up in Flagstaff, and he taught, I'm not going to go in all the classes, but he was, at that time, he was subbing all over Edison and Franklin Township, up in New Jersey, all over the place. Now, what happened was that year, Dad taught. Okay, Dad was out of school like the kids were, except he decided that he would bring us over to kids that had what do you call challenges. Kids that had challenges. You know, they just had some challenges. That's all. And what he did was we had an assembly line. We all got on this assembly line, and all the kids that had these challenges, I was with. We were putting candy together, and these little candy wrappers. There was no chocolate. It was kind of like the striped ones. Kind of the. You don't really go for these candies first, let's say, but it's something to give kids. It's sugar. And that was the whole idea. Dad he taught shop, so he made a lot of sleighs and little things that he was telling his class that they were going to give to the kids that didn't have any presents. So he brought all that with him to whatever school it was we were in with these kids that were challenged. And so we're putting the candies in the sleigh. We're doing stuffing stalkers. And everybody's having a great time. And I'm saying, no presents this year. And Dad was trying to get across to us that by making things and doing things for others was a very positive idea. And I didn't realize that until years later. Now, I do recall going in East Millstone to where, actually, I was an altar boy that year. Wow, you guys are bringing back memories. Yeah, an altar boy. I was an altar boy. Actually, there are no negative stories on that. But I was going to be a priest. But then some things changed in church to where that'll be another story. Catholic Church. So when we had gone to another church in East Millstone, they had gifts for everybody. It was no names. It was just a boy, a girl. So Bro and I, we both got one present from somebody else, and it taught us a lesson years later that it is better to give than it is to receive. I don't know if anybody could understand that yet, but there are things with being grateful, and Dad taught us being grateful also. That will be another story because it is so fantastic, and it's even shorter than this one. But until we see each other again, probably not for a while because you're probably getting tired of my face, but hopefully you like my true stories, which there are many more. From now on, for a few more, I got fur babies for everybody that loves to have a fur baby. A fur baby is the best on TikTok. And that's all I can say is, does not everyone love a fur baby? Yes, they do. Until we see each other soon, be well. God victory.